Yo, what's good guys? Today I'm going to be showing you guys the best Super People settings. If your game is looking a little bit blurry, I'll show you how to fix that, as well as how to prioritize frames. Also, before we get started, I'll let you guys know right now, my graphics card is a GeForce RTX 3070 Ti. It is a pretty high-end one, but if you have something lower, I know you can definitely get this game to run pretty well. I believe I was previously using a 2070 or a 2060, and I was still running this game at 100 frames, so just follow along and you'll be able to fix your settings as well. So first thing I want to go over is if your game is looking a little blurry and you want to fix that, this helped me a lot, this NVIDIA DLSS. Unfortunately, you do need a GeForce RTX, so if you have an AMD, it might not work for you. But with this enabled and the super resolution set to quality, the game looks 10 times better. I don't know what it is about this setting, but it makes it look way better for me. Also, I guess I'll go over these real quick. I play on borderless. My resolution is 1920 to 1080. Temporal sampling have disabled. Intel XeSS disabled. Mine's not even supported. And then for the sharpen, I typically don't like to have it maxed out. Some people do. I like it more in the middle because too sharpening is too low. Like the game will kind of look weird. So having it at 0.5 is a good medium for me. NVIDIA Reflex I have on enabled and boost. Vertical sync you always want to have disabled. Brightness 2.2, I have mine pretty low. Feel free to raise that if you'd like. Sharpness, once again, I have kind of low. I don't like to have it too high, so I have mine at 1. Maximum frame rate I have a 144. Do not put this on unlimited because for me that was causing frame lag. My monitor goes up to 144 Hz, so that's why mine's on 140. Of course, if you have a better monitor, feel free to raise it. But if I were you, I would not set it to unlimited. I was having issues with that. Lobby frame rate set to 60. No need to put extra stress on your computer when you're just sitting in the lobby. First person mode FOV 103. This is obviously kind of a preference thing, but I do recommend not having it too low. 103 is what I used to use for every single game, so I've just stuck with that. If you prefer to have it raised, feel free to do that. Now here's the most important part. So like I said, mine is prioritized towards frames. I recommend setting everything to what I have it at now and then adjusting from there. So if you're doing really good on frames with these settings, maybe you want to raise textures, test the frame rate, see if it'll go down or not, but always prioritize frames. Even if it's like a 20 frame difference, that's a big deal, especially because whenever you start shooting, there's an even bigger frame drop, and just frames are a big part of the game that will help you win gunfights. So I have texture set to medium. Once again, if you're still struggling with the frame rate, feel free to go to very low. I don't really even notice too much of a big difference. Of course, there definitely is. If you like go look into detail at every single sign, every single bush, you'll see that there is a texture detail. But if you're just trying to play the game and kill people, you probably won't notice this too much. But feel free to start on medium, shadows very low. I personally don't see the need to have this high. View distance medium. Once again, if your frames are good, feel free to raise this. I'll probably actually raise mine. My frames are doing good, so I'll have mine on ultra, but start off on medium and go from there. Foliage very low, effects very low, shader quality very low. Anti-aliasing, now this one to me is also pretty important. But this is the difference between having it on high and low. As you can see, the enemies in the back look a little more clear. So anti-aliasing might help you find enemies a little easier. So do with that information as you wish. Post-processing very low. Depth of field disabled. This is a very important thing to disable. Advanced global illumination. Not really sure what this does, but I also have this disabled. Now rendering style, for me, I do not like these other two. Intense and soothing, I do not like them at all. Cozy to me just seems the clearest one. The other two kind of feels like I'm in a montage, so don't like those. DirectX version, DirectX 12. So yeah, once again, I would start with these settings and then just adjust with how my computer handles it from there. Also, I would say the first thing that I would raise is probably view distance, just because you do get in a lot of long range fights and sometimes you won't be able to see enemies that are very far, and that is very crucial in this game. But yeah, if you're new, go ahead and make sure to subscribe for more Super People content, and also go ahead and comment down below subscribed and I'll be sure to reply to all of you. And if I don't reply, go ahead and unsub. Till next time, love ya, see ya.